Okay, so just a note, when we were in section 3.1 and we were graphing on a Cartesian coordinate system or a rectangular coordinate system. So we are working in the set of real numbers with these functions, okay? So I just want you to remember that these are our domains and our ranges. We're talking about the set over the set of real numbers. Okay. Now, in the last video, I talked about finite and infinite sets. Maybe not great, but I'll talk about it a little bit more here. We're going to find the domain of this function. So they tell us it's a function. It's right here. It's a set of ordered pairs. None of the x values repeat, so it is a function. This is finite. There are a finite number of points. You can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 ordered pairs. 5 ordered pairs in this set, okay, in this function. So when they ask for a domain over a finite set, we're supposed to list it. So I'm going to use a capital D for domain, and I'm going to simply list all the x values. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and it's just that simple. If you're thinking, oh, I want to be fancy and do an interval or something, no, you'd get in trouble with that because we're not talking about all the numbers between 2 and 6. We don't want 5.5 and things like that. We just want the numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, in our next example, though, it's going to be a little bit different. They don't give us a set of ordered pairs. They give us a function as described by an equation here. Now, when you're given that, you kind of have to think, well, what can't x be? Like, are there any values that I can't put in for x? Are there any real numbers that I couldn't square and subtract 1? And the answer is no. There aren't any real numbers that you can't do that with. So all real numbers work here. Like, you give me a number, give me any real number, I can square it and subtract 7. And we could play that game for a while and make a long video, but we want to include all real numbers here. And to do that, in interval notation, it looks like from negative infinity to infinity. That is all real numbers. Now, they're usually going to want the intervals in, or the domains in range. If it's not finite, they'll usually want it listed in interval notation or shown in interval notation. Okay, so we can't list all the ordered pair or all the x values that we can use. We have to write it as an interval.